In previous videos, I've been talking about the sensations in your body. But what are they actually? Sometimes you feel warmth, a small tightening, a shiver, something subtle. When there are actually no physical reasons for this, like it's not hot, it's not cold, you don't have a fever, you don't have pain, and these sensations are still there. During my second Vipassana retreat in 2022, I saw something very unusual. I saw directly how my higher mind was creating and recreating my body in every now moment continuously. When you sit in meditation for so long, the surface noise subsides, your thoughts disappear, and a deeper intelligence becomes palpable inside. So the higher mind, or the higher self, or your God self, or whatever you want to call it, continuously renews your body moment by moment, using energetic patterns, which I call programs. I use the word programs because we have created computers in our own image, and therefore the word programs is applicable to our own patterns as well. But you could also call them blueprints, or the patterns of the individual, or DNA. Through this recreation of the body by the higher mind can also install sensations as a form of signals, showing you where you are and are not fully aligned with yourself or with your highest possibility of that moment. Here is a way to make this program talk tangible. Science shows us that the body is never a fixed object, because every few years most of our cells are replaced. Your physical form is in a constant renewal. Biologically, you are a process, not a thing. So there is a visible side, cells, neurons, hormones, and there is an organizing side, the pattern that guides how these cells assemble and behave over time. In spiritual language, I call that the higher mind. In scientific terms, you might call it an organizing field or a developmental pattern, or even the interplay of genes and environment. When the higher mind continuously recreates the body, it does so according to your most optimal current possibility, the most refined version of you that can exist right now. Whenever your lived state doesn't fully match that optimized expression, the difference appears as sensation. At first it may be mild, a slight tension, a faint unease, but when the discrepancy grows, it can feel stronger. Heaviness, heat, constriction. These sensations aren't messages or warnings, they're simply the physics of the process, the natural friction between what is being created and what you are still holding on to as your current truth. When you are fully in alignment with that optimized flow, the sensations are different. What once would be tension is ease and flow and all your cells vibrating at the same rhythm. So there is movement then, and this is the experience of that inner flow. In other words, there is no intention or correctional signal. It's not like the higher mind is punishing you by giving you those signals in the form of sensations. It is simply the physics of resonance. The higher mind continuously recreates the body in alignment with your current optimal pattern, and whenever your lived frequency, your held beliefs, your emotional state, your identity doesn't match that, friction appears. And that friction feels like unpleasant sensations, not as punishment, but as the natural result of two frequencies interacting imperfectly. It's not moral, purposeful, or trying to tell you something. It just is.